Hi everyone. All right. We're gonna get into it. My eyes is looking a little weird. But we're gonna get into it. Do me a huge favor because you love me, because you care. Share the live, like the live, and also go to YouTube, follow on um, YouTube, the Raw News No Fluff page. The link to join the conversation is on the YouTube page, and it should be in the comment section. So go ahead and check that out. Um, I'm trying to make sure I send that off because I did not send that earlier. Okay. So we're talking first and foremost, Kiki Palmer. Go ahead and, just share your thoughts on the whole Kiki Palmer, I would say fiasco, but the whole Kiki Palmer situation. Because I can tell you now, your girl, that's me, has some thoughts on the events that have taken place. Yes, the events that have taken place, have some thoughts on that. When you think you're ready, but you're not. When you think you're ready, but you're not. Sorry. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Okay. Okay. So I've actually done something different this time, so we'll see how it works regarding people who want to join the live. My hair is getting on my nerves. Hold on, I see you. I see you. Give me 2 seconds. I feel like I look crazy, so I had to uncrazy look myself. If it makes any sense. Walking
You
around
had
your
to
house.
uncrazy yourself.
Hmm?
You had to uncrazy look yourself.
Yeah, girl. Looking at myself, I'm like, I look crazy.
All right.
What's good?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm great. Stelson, what am I explaining? What am I explaining?
Kiki Palmer's thing, right?
Yes, we are talking Kiki Palmer's thing. I'm trying to figure out what he wants me to explain. The link to join is in the comment section. But we're talking Kiki Palmer and
Are you talking about what happened at the Usher concert, or you're talking about the repercussions afterwards?
the repercussions. Well, I mean, I guess we could talk the concert and then roll into the repercussions afterward. Let me get my little timer here. Where's my little timer?
Let me preface my opinion by saying
Uh-oh.
that let me preface my opinion by saying that whatever happened, it was already trouble in paradise
Right.
prior to the event.
Of course, yeah.
But there's also an inequality in status that can also link to that. So
What
of
do you
course,
mean?
all right,
Not the eye. Okay.
let's go there. Let's do it.
I think I know what you're gonna say, but I don't want to say it. Okay, go. Go.
Well, Kiki Palmer is a celebrity.
Hmm.
Her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend,
Hmm.
baby daddy, whatever you want to call him, is not so much a celebrity, or at least not as big as Kiki, even if he is a celebrity.
Right. Nobody knows this guy.
And certain things that happen in the celebrity population, you know, they don't really think to, they're not going to take it that hard. Like if she's going out and saying, oh my God, it's Usher. They've known each other for a while. Like it wasn't her first time meeting Usher. Right. So at the end of the day, it was just, you know, he wants to mention something about the fact that of her outfit.
Mm-hmm.
She's a celebrity. When they go to stuff, they be half naked. A lot of them. Think about like how they dress for the Met Gala, how they dress for like award shows, like.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's not
out there.
That's not uncommon.
Right.
If you guys were together and so forth, then most guys would know what their girls are bringing to their girls trip or what have you. Right. Unless she bought it while she was up there.
Which we know she didn't.
Okay.
I feel like they had a whole conversation about it, and she was like, now I know how you feel. I'm gonna be late. like, but it also it's like, actually, I think they had a whole conversation about it, and she said he didn't. He said he didn't. He wasn't feeling it. Even if they had a conversation, he should have never put that on. He never should have never.
That's what was the problem. Yeah. My problem is the fact that he aired the dirty laundry in public, and it's like he had to make it a spectacle.
Right.
Whatever happened in your house need to stay in your house.
Right. And to say you're a mom, so she can't be cute. She has to wear she has to go.
Kiki been a mom for 5 minutes, so.
And even if she's been a mom for 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. So
she's not Amish, sir. You wanted to say something because you keep looking down, but you on mute. I help you take. Oh, there you go.
So I missed the first few minutes. I'm assuming we're talking about Keke Palmer in this music video.
Misstated herself.
Keke Palmer deserves to be single and alone and to get child support.
And to get child support?
She gonna be paying child support. She makes too much money. Okay, FYI.
Well, she needs that. She's disrespectful. She's ungrateful. She's extremely rude. And
she's also single, sir.
Wait a minute, let him finish because this is a lot going on right now.
I think that from someone who's seen, and I just want to say my language and my conversation is going to be extremely censored tonight. Me and my father are experiencing our first road trip ever in my life.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Dad. Let me see your daddy.
Right. You don't need to see his daddy, you little nasty.
Right. You talking about that? Yeah. But listen, what we're gonna be talking about later, my dad ain't got them issues. You flirt with my daddy tonight, Dr. Jackson, you'll get what you're looking for, because Harry James don't play. But it's called right. So so I think that after seeing all the pictures from the Usher fiasco, his thing was not that she was fainting over a celebrity. Her entire tail was out. And if you're my girlfriend and somebody's mama, you don't need to be with your tail out. Her tail was out.
It was covered.
It wasn't. She could wear a bathing suit. It's like a bathing suit wearing with a coverall.
I mean, I personally wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't wear it, but I don't have the body for it either. So I don't know what I would do if I had the body for it.
That part.
Because honey, when you got that type of body, honey,
I'm outside.
I might be on a cheek or two.
I'm not.
So Dr. Jackson, let me say this. As a man, I feel like even bathing, when you're in a committed relationship, even bathing suits are off.
It was like a one-piece bathing suit, though.
Maybe a one-piece, you might can get away with that. But if you're in a bathing suit, let's think about this legitimately. And it's covering the exact same. I just had this conversation with a friend of mine the other day. It's covering the exact same thing your bra and panties do. Why do you feel comfortable in a two-piece in front of strangers on the beach? Why don't you go to your mailbox in your bra and panties if it covers the exact same amount of skin?
But she was wearing She was wearing a one, like basically what she was wearing is like equivalent to a one piece with like just see-through pants. It's the equivalent of what
It's
she was
okay.
wearing.
It's okay for a girl to be hugged up on a man, even in a one piece, because he's rich and famous. Y'all
No,
sound crazy.
it's not because he's rich and famous. I think it was all in
So what?
fun.
That? So what?
It was not to be
They're
taken
friends.
seriously.
I
He's
was
at
talking to my dad. He said times have changed. Dad, do you want to be on the show? If not, you're gonna have to agree with me.
I
But
think he needs to
No,
be on the
thank you,
show because
Dad.
I need somebody to disagree with you right now.
no,
We all
it was
disagree
all
with
in
him.
fun. She was at a concert. It's not.
Exactly.
It wasn't like she was at his house.
And
She's
on
at a
top
full concert.
And on top of that, he does the same thing at every concert. He picks, and it's the same section he goes to. He picks that one person, it's usually a celebrity, and he sings that same song to each one of them. There's countless videos on YouTube. So
listen to what y'all was saying. There's nothing wrong with Usher's performance. Usher is a performer. There's something wrong with my girlfriend doing it. He can have that
his
requirement.
girlfriend is a performer.
Dad, will you listen? Literally, I feel like I'm disrespecting my daddy. Literally,
Why?
because listen, times have not changed.
Exactly, Daddy. Times have changed.
What they be singing in concerts now? I can't talk. I don't want. Right, you're right, Dad. Times have changed.
And you said that she deserves to be single for the rest of her days.
First of all, she is single.
You don't think he's saying for the rest of her days though. You don't think it was disrespectful for him to go online talking about it's the outfit though, and you're a mom. Like, why was it disrespectful for him to take it to social media instead of just keeping that junk at home? Nobody knew he was upset about it until he said something on social media like a little sucker.
I have to be a Bible thumper, but Paul says in the scripture, after they beat him and put him in jail, they tried to release him privately one night. And Paul said, no. Y'all beat us publicly and made a spectacle of us publicly. Wait until everybody wakes up before you march us out and let us go. She showed out in public. She showed out in public.
He was supposed to wait for a public apology, not be public too.
She showed out in public, so he gave her a swift rebuke in public, and I think he was right.
They're not married. He can't rebuke her.
Thank you.
He can't. That's the point I keep saying. I said she is not a married woman.
I think that you all are delusional. If someone who has a child under a year with you and you're in a committed relationship with exclusivity,
I don't care if they have 10 children. He doesn't have ownership of her.
So boyfriends and girlfriends can do whatever they want to do.
It's not marriage.
Did he ask her to marry him?
Yes, he can.
Okay, so
I got somebody on my side too. Joy, put a shirt on.
Committed relationship, they should not do what they want to do.
Is that my best friend?
It's about trusting the voice of the person.
Is that my best friend?
It's your best friend.
Hey, best friend.
Who's that?
Joy.
Oh, she was at your house that one time?
Hi.
That's Joy.
Hey, Joy.
Yeah, I put on camera.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Come on through, Joy. Join the party.
I'm not dressed properly. I'm sorry to even interrupt, but I thought I was muted.
If he can't be on the camera, why should it be in front of me then?
Ashley, we're not doing this tonight.
I like your name, and Ashley. Yeah. I love it.
I had just disagreed. I disagreed. I didn't agree with what Ashley had said. So that's what we were talking. I apologize.
She thinks that because they're in a relationship,
committed relationship, you should not. I don't feel like you should do, because we can do it, but then we get mad. They do it, or they can do it and they get mad. So that's tit for tat to me. I don't believe in that.
But also he was also putting thirst traps online though before that.
Thank you.
Where she tried to say something to him about it and he didn't take them down. So for a man in a committed relationship and he putting thirst traps online.
but get mad when she did when Usher is drooling at the mouth for her. And I think, sure, you could be in a committed relationship, but ultimately, you are not my husband. I am not your wife. I mean, we have a kid together, but we made that. I mean, I hate to say it like this, but we made that mistake. Okay. I mean, that happened. We have our baby. I love him. I love him, love him, love him. But you're muted if you're talking to me. Okay. But ultimately, you can't tell me what to wear. I have to agree with you. And it doesn't sound like an agreement was met. Yeah, it's a bunch of, who is this? What you mean? It might be a bunch of justifying. I'm not justifying her actions.
No one's justifying her actions. I have a problem with the fact that he went and blasted her online. Just because of the decisions she made doesn't mean that I would have made the same decision. I'm not Keke Palmer. I'm not a celebrity, and that wasn't my situation. However, the fact that he brought that situation from outside his house to basically blast her online was ridiculous.
This is my question. Had Keke Palmer's man been snuggled up on Cardi B in that same outfit and she addressed it online, would you feel like she was wrong and he was okay because they're not married?
Wait, say one time. If Darius is on Cardi B,
if he was with Cardi B and Cardi B had on that same outfit and she was serenading him and he was hugged up on her and Keke Palmer blasted him online, would you agree that Keke Palmer was right for blasting him online and he was wrong for being with Cardi B?
No, I wouldn't say I would tell her she should have kept that junk at home. But let's be real. Who is Darius Jackson? Nobody would have known this and nobody would have cared. Who the freak is Darius?
So because she's famous, she can do what she want to do.
No, that's not what we're saying.
That's why it got so big. And it was his tweet actually that made me wonder what the heck is what's going on? Like what she wore what? And then everybody started talking about the outfit, the tweet, and then the outfit, and then the Usher thing. So that's the only reason I found out about it. Her outfit didn't pop up or nothing.
Well, I follow Keke Palmer and I saw this stuff and I was like, oh, okay. She's out there. She's out in these streets. She outside. She outside. Okay. So it didn't really bring any attention to me like that. I was like, oh, she's with the Usher at the concert. I didn't think anything of it. Because, for example, if you're in a relationship with somebody, a guy, like my ladies, and then Janet Jackson, because, Janet Jackson gives her famous lap dances on stage.
She sure does.
I wouldn't care.
She sure does.
I wouldn't care.
Right, because he don't have no chance of really getting with Janet.
Exactly, because it's Janet Jackson.
Have a ball. Enjoy yourself. Put on, do the video.
Go ahead, have fun. Happy birthday.
Opportunity.
But wait. First of all, this is a disclaimer for anyone's interested in dating.
If Usher call me up, I'll be worse than Keke. Hello.
And goodbye, boo.
Anybody who knows me know I always say if I'm ever anywhere and Janet Jackson is there, I'm going to jail. She ain't even got to be on stage. I'm jumping the rope because I'm a Janet Jackson stalker. That's just the first thing. Second thing, I think that what we're saying is not comparative to what actually happened. You don't think Keke Palmer has the ability to get Usher's information? This is not somebody who has a hope of being Usher, who could never really be with him. This is Keke Palmer. 1,000% they could start a relationship or an entanglement.
1,000%. Her number was probably already in her phone, and he probably gave her the tickets to the concert.
That's what I'm saying, because they're friends.
Like just because the two are celebrities, they're going to hook up.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's not what I'm saying. You said if your man was doing it with Janet Jackson, you would say, oh, he's never really got a shot of being with Janet Jackson. That may be true of Joe Blow, but that's not true of Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer may be palmed by Usher. That's probable.
I think if I was dating Idris Elba, I would feel the same way. It'd be like, okay, enjoy yourself.
you telling the story. If it was, if Meg was found,
If
if
Shannon Sharp
if
was
Meg
dancing
was,
on whoever, I'd be like,
you telling the story too. Ain't nobody on
because
this.
the fact of the
I
matter
think men
is,
are
the
more
fact of the matter
sensitive.
is, if he gonna cheat, he gonna cheat.
I think men are more sensitive.
And we've had that discussion already too. Like,
It has nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with cheating. Why y'all crazy? Has
But
nothing
you're
to do.
saying that Keke Palmer has an opportunity to get with Usher. Did you not say that?
No. I said that because Ashley or said that he doesn't have, and she would be okay with it because it's not a real shot. I only was giving a correlating defense that
okay,
he had a
based on
real
what
shot.
she said.
Right, correct, based on what she said. But I do think
Okay.
it is. I think anybody who is in the headspace with your man, if he doesn't like it and you want to be his woman, you got to respect that. You got to respect that.
No,
And
I'm
for us
not
to say
saying
that
she.
there's no relationship,
No one
no
said
rules
that
in
what she
relationship,
did. I
how
never
do you
said
ever
that
get
what
to
she
a
did
marriage?
wasn't disrespectful.
No one's condoning what she did.
Right. Nobody's saying that what she did wasn't.
I just said I have a problem with the fact that he decided to publicly tweet to go ahead and put that information out there because nobody was giving it any attention until he did that.
I'm condoning what she did. I don't
My
see
dad,
anything wrong with what she did.
my dad told me wherever you show out is where you get woe at. If we showed out in aisle 7 in the grocery store, that's where we got our butt tore up at. She showed out on social media, so she got her butt tore up on social media. You show it wherever you show out is where you get woe at. Quote Harry James Blackshear. Wave at the people, Dad.
So let's be sure to have a police escort for both of y'all, because obviously y'all beating women. Where y'all
Oh
headed?
Lord.
I know what's
Oh
in their
Lord.
40s.
You better stop talking about my daddy. Daddy, you better watch it.
Yes, sir.
And
Well, I don't think
my dad don't beat women. I've never have, and he's never have either.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
What?
Did you say that's unfortunate?
No, I was talking about something else. Sorry, I'm talking about something.
That's what she said.
That's definitely what she said.
The sentence I said before you said that.
Yeah, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
Did you
that.
hear
That's all. That's what all of us heard.
Did you hear the
Right.
sentence that I
That
said?
wasn't about them beating. I just don't. I mean, I feel like she is single. Is it disrespectful to their relationship? Yeah, because he clearly
baby mama is
didn't
not
like it, but he
single.
cannot control her. They're not married. What?
That baby mama is not single.
Yes, so hold on, because he has a baby with her, so now he has unlimited claim to her.
Well,
Wait.
You like to quote your daddy. I'm gonna quote my daddy. My daddy said, "You single until you married."
Wait. Let's be honest. You just had a baby from somebody. You just had a baby from somebody. You're sitting in the delivery. He say, "Hey, I gotta go. I'll call you right. I'll be right back." You get a call from your home girl. Hey, it's this girl down here. I just seen your baby daddy. Give her a kiss and grab her butt. She bought him something to eat. He goes back upstairs. You gonna say, "Oh well, this is your newborn baby and you're single." Come on now.
We going all the way to the delivery room. When I say, man, you moving the goalposts.
That's a stretch. You stretching, man.
Who is that talking?
Dr. Jackson and myself. She's on audio. You stretching, my boy.
That's a possibility. Or let's say he's not.
So I'm having a baby and he goes downstairs. Just that will be an issue. I'm having your child.
No, I said you just had the baby. Baby's in the nursery.
Okay. That's the same thing.
In the nursery when she went to the concert. Baby was 5 months old.
No, yeah, you're not answering my question. If you're single, what does it matter what he does?
She did answer your question.
What did she say? I didn't.
She said you're stretching it.
I literally just had your child.
That has
That's
nothing
the
to do with
problem.
being single. That has everything to do with being present for that moment for the child. That has nothing to do with
Right.
being single
No, no.
or together.
The child is in the nursery. The child is in. Let's say it's 2 weeks after the child.
Okay, you're single until you're married. I still go with that.
That
Even if
part.
you, because at the same, let me tell you, I used to work in labor and delivery. Okay, let's bring it to this where a man would have his girlfriend in the waiting room while his baby mama is having her baby. They're single until they're married. Same
Okay.
thing.
All right. Got it.
Because at the same time, he's in a relationship with somebody else and she's not married to him.
I think this is a sad day in the
It,
history of America, and I
it
just
might
want to
be.
immediately after this phone call, I'm calling my congressman
I'm glad you
because
said. Okay, let's do this. Let's review the lyrics of this song. Has anybody heard the song yet?
Which song?
are they still?
It's called. Oh, Usher has a song called "Boyfriend" that Keke Palmer stars in. And when I say she stars in this song, she's in the video way more than Usher is. Way more. So let's go over the lyrics. Okay. So the chorus says, somebody said that your boyfriend's looking for me. Oh, that's cool. Well, he should know I'm pretty easy to find. Just look for me wherever he sees you.
Yeah, I would kick.
The next chorus goes, I go wherever you go. I go wherever you go. Verse 1. Yeah. Turn the lights on. It seems natural for me to wander off to where you are. In your head, because I'm not in your bed, you just imagine daydreaming about me, trying to be on your best behavior, loving me on the low, the taste of your thoughts. I can't wait until it's over. Ooh, ooh. Thoughts so far.
So her and this guy have broken up completely. Now they just baby daddy, baby mama. Gotta be.
Yeah, from my understanding, yes.
Okay, Usher was the end of that. Good job, Keith.
Okay, so
Now your child has a broken home. Good job. I hope it was worth it.
it's Kiki's fault.
Yeah.
You're blaming Kiki.
Did this man ask her to be his? Hold on. Did this man ask her to be his wife when she was pregnant?
No,
Dr.
not that we know of
Send me
anyway.
your
You said what?
Send me your address. I just want to come push you down. I'm not gonna hurt you.
All right, I'm gonna go into the next chorus. Again, he says, somebody said that your boyfriend was looking for me. Oh, that's cool. Well, he should know I'm pretty easy to find. Just look for me wherever he sees you. Somebody said that your boyfriend was looking for me. That's cool. If he could find a way to get in your mind, say he want me. That's all he gotta do. When you get it, you'll know. This man just said your boyfriend is just as obsessed with me as you are.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's all fun and games until Usher's nose is broke.
Usher will be light skinned up. Anyway, the second verse. The second verse says, I try my best not to be all in your phone, but I know that's not what you want. Might as well keep some pictures of the two of us in your home. When you slow dance by yourself, I'm right behind you. Yeah. Spray my fragrance on your skin. It will remind you of the times we linked up and the nights we dreamed of, girl. So
We live in a culture that glorifies side niggas and side chicks, and I think it's the saddest thing that's happened to the American social allowances in the last 20 years. We glorify. Think about that when you're
He's
home.
not her side though. I think that's crazy that all of this started because she went to a concert and was dancing and had a good time.
it was serenaded.
Somebody got in her boyfriend's ear and said, "Oh, she disrespecting you and yada yada yada, and you got to do something about it." And that's when he took it to social media. Wait a minute. I feel like he took something innocent, a girl side out. Because when
And
the
blew it up.
guy goes out, he goes to a strip club, or he going out with his friends, he going to a club or party,
Yes.
he dancing with some female, and it's all in fun. It's not take her home and have sex with her later. She's at a Usher concert. That a lot of women would do the same thing. I
I
think
don't know
it's
any.
just gone out of proportion.
I don't know anything about strip clubs or any of those kind of things.
Uh-huh. All right. Let's play that game.
We'll have your
Let's
daddy watch last week's.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's play that game. It's hard out here.
I just want to say how they wrap the video up. So Kiki's on the phone and she's like, "Oh, I'm so tired. You know, after all, I am a mom." And then winks and starts laughing.
I mean, I think they're gonna market it all the way to the end. People do that all the time. I'm not mad at it. I feel like
I'm not either.
I like Akilah and the Bee.
I like Akilah and the Bee. I love it.
I think I'm just waiting for you to turn on your video stuff.
I'm coming.
Joy agrees with me.
Don't mute it after you say Joy agrees with me.
She over here yelling. I do not. She agrees with me, don't you? Joy?
I do not.
She said, I do not. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He got a broadcast and a broadcast.
Right. Like what?
Look at the green screen, child.
Can y'all hear me? Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. We're trying some new things over here. All right, there we are. How we doing tonight?
Fabulous.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. Let me just start by saying this. Okay, I'm gonna start by saying this. All right, I expect the ladies in this group to take Keke Palmer's side on this situation. You know, it's fair.
We're not taking her side.
I listened to a good bit of this, and that's exactly what was going on.
That's how you took it. We're back on this.
That's exactly what was happening. That's exactly what was occurring, is that we were taking Keke Palmer's side. Now,
okay, what you gonna say, man?
Now I'll say this: she isn't married to him, and we don't know the inner workings of their relationship. So we don't know exactly what they discuss, what is allowed, what's not allowed, X, Y, Z. And if they live together, then he saw her leave like this. So, you know, in a man's space, that was his time to say, hey, I don't think this, you know, to discuss what she was wearing at that time before she left the house. So I can't throw it all on her, because at the end of the day, whatever they got going on, that's for them to know and for us to just stay out of it. But those are things that they should have discussed prior. Now, I heard you guys mention something about she's a celebrity. Just because she's a celebrity doesn't give her the space and justification to do whatever the heck she wants. And I think that's what we're allowing a lot of these days is, okay, they're a celebrity, so they can do whatever they want. That's not how this works.
Who said that?
Yeah, we can't. It's just not. It can't work that way. So I want y'all to ponder on that. Just give me a second. I'll be right back.
Oh, he's taking a cut. Oh, look at the little screensaver. Look at the little screensaver. This guy.
Who said that though?
I think it's hard out here. Brought up her celebrity status,
right?
But not in a way to say that it's okay. He was actually saying it's super not okay because she's a celebrity. I think he was actually his heart out here was saying it was even worse. So I'm kind of confused, but the pop on, pop off broadcast and the broadcast is interesting.
I mean, I guess we advertising our advertising. I don't know, but I like my thing is I like how you comment and then you pop off without someone rebutting you. But okay, we do not know the inner workings of the relationship, and you can say that it is not our business to say something about it. But the fact of the matter is, oh boy made it public, so we are the public.
I think we do know the inner
he knows
workings
how
of the relationship.
He knows how the public functions.
Right,
and
but
he
I
did
do
that
think
because he thought he would garner some sympathy, and that he would get some people in support of him. He was wrong.
He did no. He 1,000%. There were many people that I saw that supported him. Many people believe that her behavior was unacceptable. Many people believe that.
I said that in one of my TikToks.
So you think her behavior was unacceptable? Did you see the other video when she was cutting up while the performance was going on? Like, this was a lot. There was a lot that she did.
She's at a concert. If she wasn't famous, nobody would give a flying flip. But because she's famous, everybody got something to say.
He would care either way because he's her boyfriend.
Well, he shouldn't care, because if it's me and I'm dating and I go to an Usher concert, maybe not Usher, but I go to a Chris Brown concert, it's happening.
So you don't have any limits.
Lift me up on stage.
A bra's getting thrown on stage. A pair of panties are getting thrown on stage if I'm wearing them to even begin with. So it's a good time.
And of course, there's limits.
I do mean that. I do mean that, Mr. Blackshear, with all love.
My dad is very disappointed. My daddy asked me about you earlier. He's very disappointed.
I'm for real. Did you that girl throw that bra on that?
Daddy, please, Father. Daddy, how do you know who Drake is? I gotta go. Good night.
No.
Let him talk. What did he say?
Right.
My dad said some lady. My daddy said some lady threw her underwear on the stage for her bra on the stage for Drake and got a modeling contract after it. So it's a new day, new time.
That did happen. Your daddy is here with pop culture.
Yeah, I'd never heard that before.
So I will be she. She will be me.
And of course, there's limits. Like what? Of course, there's
show your daddy that.
I'm not. She's not. She's. Oh gosh, stop, please. She's not doing the nasty. He ain't having sex with Usher. She danced. He let her sing, and he moved on back to the stage.
I do agree with that. When you said the point about strip clubs earlier, I know a lot of people, men and women, who are okay with their spouses doing those types of things. I can see that. I can concede that point. I could be converted, but I also think that doesn't negate the fact that he could have feelings about it, and he could have expressed those feelings. You sound like Mickey Mouse, Dr. Jackson.
You sound like a mouse.
Yeah, you sound like Mickey Mouse, to be exact, or Minnie Mouse, maybe a chick mouse.
Girl, you sound like a mouse. What is going on? Yes, Yudi. She talking about Miss Jackson if you're nasty. I just saw her name change. Yeah, girl, you sound like a mouse.
Say my name.
Yeah, you may have to check the audio because I don't know.
We're the chipmunks.
Oh, that's a song. Oh, okay. Let me know when you. Okay, there he goes. He's back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
As I was saying, you know. Okay, who got that echo?
Echo right now?
That would be you.
Yeah, it wasn't an echo until you came in. Okay, go.
Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, the first.
Wait, did you hear what everybody said regarding what you said before?
No, I did not catch any of that. So go ahead and give me a quick rundown on what was said.
Man,
Just go on. Just go. Say your next point. Yeah, just say your next point.
Well, like I said before, that's a conversation that they should have had before. First and foremost, between the two of them, which is all right. You guys, regardless of whatever the condition of your relationship is, you are in a relationship together, and there's things that got to be discussed, right? And that's up to them to discuss what the parameters of their relationship is, and whatever was discussed, that is between them two. We don't know exactly what was discussed prior, if anything at all. We don't even know what their conditions of the relationship is at the time of the incident with Usher and Kiki. But as I was saying, we tend to want to give free passes to celebrities because of their status, and at the end of the day, they are still people. Just because they are in the limelight or they have X amount of followers or X amount of influence, that doesn't give them a free pass to act unaccordingly. And
the only person that gets a free pass is Meryl Streep. Only person.
Not even. No.
I said she does. So why you gonna tell me what I say she does? And even still, they could have had a whole conversation about her being able to wear that outfit. But since it blew up so much and it garnered so much attention, then he probably he could have easily got his feelings hurt. So though we do not know what they talked about, we also do not know if they even talked about what you can and cannot wear.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
I don't think that we're SC3. I don't think that we're commenting on the inner workings of the relationship. I think we're commenting on the things that are public knowledge that that have been made public to us. We're not debating on what they talked about between each other. We're not debating the ramifications of their relationship. We're just talking about the fact that she did a thing that everybody saw. And we also got to see his response to the thing that she did. We're only talking about those two things. Was she okay to wear that and do whatever she did on stage? Was his response justified to what, as far as what we know? Of course, there's other things in the relationship. We don't know a lot of stuff that goes on in the relationship. And I don't think that anybody's speculating on those things.
Okay. Well, if you ask me, if we're okay, we want to go there. If we want to talk about the specific issue, what happened, if I thought it was right or if I thought it was wrong, then it was wrong. Now, the way he reprimanded her, it probably wasn't the best way for him to do it.
It probably wasn't.
No, it probably wasn't the best way to do it. I mean, I don't completely disagree with, I don't know, it's hard out here. But I don't completely disagree with what he said earlier about, it was something that happened public, so air it out public. But at the same time, I think that's not something that you should do per se. That's not something like you should just go and, oh, you're a mom, especially how he did it, right? But that's something, like I said, again, that's something that they should have a conversation about. They should have had a conversation about it prior. That's what I was saying to that.
I mean, I think that to me, I think it's expected. If you're going to a concert, especially if I have a front row seat or I'm very close to the front,
and it's a girl's night out.
If I get called up, I'm going up. And not only am I going up, I'm showing out.
Hello.
I'm not going to be up there doing this. Not happening. I don't even know how to twerk, but I'm gonna give it all I got. I'm gonna give it what I got for a pork chop.
So that means there's no respect or decorum for whatever situation you want to call it, whether it's your husband, your man, whatever. There's no sense of respect there.
I don't think that's disrespectful. I feel like I would do it even if I was married. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and I would want him to do it. Like, it's fun. It's not like you're going home with this person. SC3, if we were in a relationship And who do you like? I don't know. Let's say Beyonce called you on stage. Do whatever you want and record it,
Let
and
me
let's laugh
boost
about it
you
and high
up.
five when you get home because you're coming home. I guarantee she's not taking you home.
Hello.
So I mean, we're gonna high five and laugh. We're gonna be like, "Look what you did, babe! Oh my gosh,
You crazy boy.
Mentioned earlier that, you know, if Miss Janet Jackson was on stage and my boyfriend was in front seat and she pulled him on stage, I would have no problem with that.
I would throw him on stage.
No,
If
she
she's
does
looking
not
for
boosting you
somebody,
up by your
I would be
booty.
like,
Go,
"Get him,
boy,
get
go.
him." I would be pointing at you. I would be like,
Have
"Go for
fun.
it."
If you can't have fun with you, that's it's. I don't think she went into that whole thing. Was like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm trying to get Usher's attention, and I'm trying to like. So I need you guys to help me, okay? Because I want to take him home tonight. I don't even think she was thinking about Usher calling her up on stage. She went out. She had that baby did some. That baby did milk. That baby was milk to her body. Okay,
I
and
think
she was proud of it.
this is all conjecture from me, but I think that ST3 said something, and I think we kind of overlooked it. I think Ashley, your point was interesting too for this one reason. Could you imagine you go somewhere with your girl and she's in skimpy clothing and twerking on any man, Usher or any man, and you can't think of the last time that she was in skimpy clothing twerking on you? There's a lot to this. I think that those things matter. I think that men, I can't think of any situation where a man would be encouraging his woman, yeah, get up there with him. Men are different, but girls can go to a strip club and be like that with other girls and it be nothing, free and fun. So I think you have to respect the fact that men are different and they have expectations from their girls.
Wait, what's that comment? And that's what's wrong. Showing out with who put that?
Somebody just texted me this. He's watching from afar.
Who?
You want me to say your name,
That's
friend?
my thinking emoji.
I'm gonna see.
I feel like we do know because you saying she's in skimpy clothing. When was the last time she was twerking on him? There was a video he posted prior to her doing that with Usher, with her in her little clothes, and he's like, "Oh, look at I think he's slapping her butt or whatever." He posted that. He posted that. So I don't get what the issue is. Don't you post my butt, but I can't post my butt. Because at the end of the day, they're not married. So it's my butt that you posting.
Mine.
It ain't our butt, it's my butt. I'm just letting you touch it.
For now.
Until I get on stage with Usher. And I let him touch it.
This is a sad day for the state of Black America. Somebody get.
Do I know the person that takes you
like white America ain't doing the same thing? Get the freak out of here. Stop with Black America. Stop with that.
Yeah.
Do I know the person that takes you that?
No.
Somebody get Tavis Smiley on the phone.
Why?
Because we got to have a symposium about relationships.
Well, like I said earlier, it's not like I'm condoning what Kiki did. I just have a problem with the fact that he went online and went public about the information.
Sounds like it though.
It sounds like what?
You're condoning it.
What did I say that condones it? What did I say that condones it?
I mean, I can't go into specifics of what you said, but it's just between the three of you agreeing. It sounds like you're all condoning it between the three of you two, between the three women. Sounds like there's a condoning.
She said, "Okay."
It's like even you're trying to put the shoe on the other foot and say, well, if I was there with my boyfriend, then yeah, if Janet Jackson was there, go ahead and go up there. And
if I wasn't there, go, my guy, go.
Is there a male viewer that's typed in the comments? Because I think that maybe women should hear. Right now, we're at 100% of the men on this panel. Well, I don't know if my dad counts because my dad doesn't think.
Yeah, your daddy count. He's the man's man.
And he said it's a new day and age.
And he's not lying. It is a new day and age. It's a new day and age where things have just, become completely acceptable.
I also want to say my dad's wife passed away 28 years ago, and he's never remarried because he said there's not another woman like her. So he don't believe in women. He don't believe they're not married. marriage material because of that. Is that a fair statement? My point exactly.
What he said, I can hear him. Sorry, I can't listen to what you say because you be lying on your daddy.
What?
I'm gonna need you to let your daddy talk.
I don't mind I mean, if that's what she wants to do, like, and I firmly believe that if you are hanging out and you are at a concert and I don't know who the freak you like, sir, calls you on stage or comes up to you and serenades you, don't push her to the ground. Have fun, my guy. Have fun. like
don't push her to the ground.
Have fun. I don't see, and I mean, if he wants to go with some chaps on and no jeans underneath, go for it, Mike.
Wow. We went to chaps. Nice.
Do what you do, Prince Pants.
But you see how dangerous that game could get, though. I hope you see how dangerous it can get, because it's like, all right, it starts there, but then how much now? You give an inch, you give an inch, you take a mile. Right. So it's like, okay, well, she was okay with me going up in there and dancing with Beyonce. Well, so then if Beyonce invited me back to her place, then she might be okay if I kiss Beyonce. Well, she was okay with me kissing Beyonce, so then she might be okay with Beyonce, doing a little other little stuff. All right, what point do you draw the line?
You drew the line at it's a concert. You went on stage and you danced.
Right.
That's the line.
It. No, but there was nothing intimate. There was
much.
nothing physical about that. He didn't smack her on her butt. He didn't kiss her.
And even if he did, I mean, oh my gosh.
Like you're getting physical. Like you're getting like romantically physical at this point. What's the limit?
In conclusion, men are territorial. And they gonna act
or is it territorial or is it insecurity?
No, men are territorial. I would agree to that.
Yeah, that makes you feel manly, huh? Territorial.
No, it is. Men are territorial. That's just that's
yes,
the truth.
We are talking. This says Miss Petty herself, Keke Palmer, and I like
think about a lion. Think about any animal in just the nature of things. They're all territorial. If another lion comes up into their space, there's going to be problems. If any other animal in any part of the animal kingdom, if another male comes up into their space, there's going to be a problem. Obviously, we're human, so there's a point of communication that can be had, but they're lions. There's just roar, I'm gonna chew you up. And whoever wins takes over this pack.
Okay, well, I've been watching Our Planet, and let's be honest, let's put it all in perspective. There are two male lions. If one lion is trying to take the position of the other lion, then they are fighting. If the other lion is coming to join, then they are not fighting. If the other lion is coming in submission and not trying to cause issue, then they are not fighting. Usher wasn't trying to cause no issue.
And we also have to think about the context of the situation. It was a concert.
It was okay. That's just like, let's just, all right. It was a concert. Let's just gloss that. It was a concert. It's just you see how much ways there is to just justify, just doing the opposite of what you should do.
She was not having sex with the man on stage. They were dancing. He was singing to her. It's
okay.
While it's not probably not something
I saying this.
Okay.
Like, while it's not something I probably would have done, I mean, she like it, I love it.
So you wouldn't have done it. You wouldn't have done it.
I personally wouldn't have done it.
Why wouldn't you have done it?
Because that's just not my personality. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like doing that.
Why not?
So even if he would have called me on stage, I would have volunteered my friend.
Why is it not a part of your personality?
It's just not a part of my personality.
I'm the friend that she went to go get.
Yeah, I would. And listen,
I'm a friend who pushed her out the way.
I don't like being the center of attention. I don't.
I'm that friend.
I wouldn't have worn that outfit. I wouldn't have worn that outfit. That outfit
Why
is not
not?
my style.
Why wouldn't
That's
you have
not my
worn it?
style.
That's not
Okay.
her personality. It's not her
That's
style.
not my that's not what I just wouldn't wear
So
it.
what is Kiki's style then?
Huh?
What is her personality? I said, what is Kiki's style and what's her personality?
She grown. I don't know her. I've never met her before. I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, if it's not yours, then that means there's a type of woman or style that she is. And what is she then? I want to know.
Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer. That's just what it is. You just
Keke
Keke
Palmer
Palmer.
wears what Keke Palmer does. And
Right. That's her. That's what she options to wear. She wants to show off her body, or she wants to cover her body up, or she wants to wear a bathing suit, or she wants to wear
that baby gave her more curves.
What does society call
That's her
the Keke
personality.
Palmers of the world?
I'm sorry.
What does society call the Keke Palmers of the world?
Keke Palmer.
A
That's what they call them. Keke Palmers.
Yeah. Okay, think about even the most conservative people who go to the Met Gala. They go in like almost nothing.
The conservative ones are the ones that normally dress unconservative.
In all fairness, the Met Gala is meant to be extra. Like the Met Gala is meant to be.
But even when they go to the Grammys, when they go to that, like, look.
But
so the Janet Jacksons of the world.
Okay, the Janet Jacksons of the world.
What do they call them? Celebrities.
They call them
celebrities. There's a lot of celebrities that Michelle Obama's a celebrity.
The Beyonces of the world.
Right, but that's not his personality.
Celebrity. What do they call her?
I would 1000% wear what Keke Palmer had on. I mean, I wouldn't wear it, but I would if I had the body. I feel like I think people are just too over the top, too sensitive. And I feel like she was dancing. Like, I mean, seriously, I just don't understand how dancing became such an issue.
I think he has an issue with not having control of that woman.
Who does?
I think he has an issue with not being able to control that woman.
You talking about me?
Are you right here? Are you the person I'm pointing to, sir?
I don't. Me and Keke Palmer
we're in the Brady Bunch squares, boo.
Circles.
You said what?
I said me and Keke Palmer are nowhere near in the same circles. And even if we were, I don't think we would be.
Even if we were, I don't think we would be.
Yeah, even if I was close to, if I was in a place where I can interact with someone like a Keke Palmer, I don't think I would.
Someone like a Keke Palmer, also we wouldn't be friends. SC3.
What was that now?
I said we wouldn't be friends.
Are you Keke Palmer?
You said someone like a Keke Palmer because I don't see anything wrong with what she did. So
okay, well then who's a Keke Palmer then?
Oh, I'm sad.
I think that's the thing I'm still trying to understand. Who's a Keke Palmer?
Like I said, your screensaver's on. Like I said, I would not wear that personally. That is me. I would not wear it. However, she can do that. Do what you do, boo.
That baby gave her some extra curves.
Say again.
That baby gave her some extra curves, and she has been flaunting it ever since. And
she did.
Listen. Envy that body, okay?
Right. I done had 4 children. I didn't get it. I'm upset.
I still haven't got my question answered. Like,
what's your question?
What do we consider the Keke Palmers of the world?
We don't even know what you're talking about.
Women,
right?
A girl, a female, a naturally born female. I don't know what you want to call it. Like, what
beautiful?
Are we looking for? What are you looking for? Exactly?
Well, because from what I'm gathering here, from what I'm gathering here is you got ladies are okay with what happened, but then you're like, no, I wouldn't do it because I don't have the same personality. Okay,
see what you're looking for?
Is that?
I just want to understand. Is I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't want to disrespect my man. But that's not what we're
No, that's not what I'm asking. No,
I wouldn't do it because I don't wear that. I don't wear that. That's not in my closet. I don't wear that. But if I had on and I'm answering a very specific question. If I had on what I normally wear, and Usher came up to me and he wanted to serenade me and dance and give me the microphone and sing a little ditty, you best believe I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
there was something that was said. They said Dr. Jackson said that she don't have the personality of Keke Palmer. So I want to know what kind of personality is that? That's what
outgoing. Somebody who's more outgoing. Somebody who likes to be in the limelight. She's a celebrity. She likes to be in the limelight. I am not that type of person. I don't like to be in the limelight. She's an actress. She is a singer. So her personality is different from mine. I don't go up on, like, I don't even like public speaking. I don't. So that's not my personality. So I'm not outgoing like that. I'm not an actress. Like, that was never my forte. So I'm not that type of person. So I wouldn't want to do that. I hope that clarifies it.
Sure.
I don't know how else to put it.
Any final thoughts on this? Because apparently this is a great segue to erectile dysfunction, because this means homie didn't feel or is not me. I'm gonna post this comment real quick that I had to type. So yeah, Usher, I don't think Usher intended to cause an issue with their situation. He didn't cause the issue. He didn't. It is not Usher's job to keep their relationship together. That's just like blaming the side chick and not the dude. Like, get out of here. No.
But let's be honest. There's a G code out there in the streets. If you respect the next man, regardless of whatever situation that they're in with whoever, then there's a code. But if you do not respect that man, then you're gonna violate that code. That's just what it is. And so truth be told, Usher didn't respect the man. Usher didn't respect the man. And regardless of what was said, what was done, we don't know the inner workings of anything. But at the end of the day, there's a G code.
So I have a question. So just because a woman is in a relationship with a person, she can't do a sex scene in a movie if she's an actress?
Once again, those are something.
That's a great question.
Once again, that's something that is discussed between the two people in the relationship. That is something that
okay for you. For
example, look at Denzel Washington and his wife. Denzel Washington, how many sex scenes have you seen Denzel Washington do? Not many.
A few.
They've had this conversation between the two.
Oh, you were there?
He said it in interviews. Go look it up.
So they've had this conversation.
They've had this conversation. They've had this, even to the point of kissing white women. Denzel don't kiss white women. He don't kiss white women. They discussed this.
Great. So they've had this discussion.
And their relationship, they've been married for how long?
And Darius have that conversation.
They probably didn't, but this is, this is
they probably didn't.
Like it's hard out here said, this is the new age of things. So a lot of conversations don't get had.
A fair game.
Kind of things just kind of fall on deaf ears, and that's it. There's not a discussion being had ahead of time. But yeah, if we want to take that example, then yeah, you got couples that do that, especially in Hollywood.
Okay, so let's try this again. Are you fine with your lady doing sex scenes?
Yeah, on the camera? No. And I'll be completely okay if she wasn't fine. Yeah.
If she's an actress?
Yeah, no. And I'll be completely fine if she wasn't okay with me doing it either. Because there has to be some, at least for me, there has to be some level of respect.
I mean, that's your relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either.
But that means you all had that conversation.
Right. We would have that conversation, especially like, hey, I'm an actor. These things might happen. How you feel? No
nipple in your mouth.
Like, that's not a sex scene. That's like softcore porn.
I'm gonna agree because I ain't
I've never seen a movie where that was going on like that.
We have to have another discussion.
But those are things that because at the end of the day, I mean, obviously, there's not the whole emphasis on marriage and oh my goodness, really?
What did I say? I missed it.
They said
Jolie did a sex scene in Bone Collector
with
Denzel.
Talking about the same Denzel that was crippled in the bed for most of the movie.
So you saying crippled people can't do the nasty?
Come on. Anyways,
let that man have his scene.
You can have it all you want. anyways, like I was saying, you know, obviously, you know, they're not married. So, and who knew if the plan was for them to get married? I don't know, you know, so that's irrelevant. But at the end of the day, there has to be you know, if I'm talking from a standpoint of marriage right now, you know, to become one, right? So you are operating as one unit. So if we're operating as one unit, these are things that need to be known. These are things that need to be discussed, right? And so the whole situation is messy due to the fact that they're not married and they've done things out of order, which, you know, that's the point I'm trying to get to, is just the thing, the fact that everything is just out of order. And, you know, we just keep pushing it more out of order rather than just saying, hey, you know what? I don't think we should be doing things exactly this way, right? We don't look at it. We just say, oh, no, that's what it is. But then that's why I said, okay, how, like, yeah, you drew the line at the concert, but then pretty soon the line is going to be pushed back even further and further and further to the point where it's all the way somewhere out there instead of where it should be.
So you don't think the line can be drawn, a new line further in can be drawn due to that situation happening?
Oh yeah, let's keep drawing new lines. Let's just keep doing that, because, you know,
well,
if
you
we
don't
draw
know something, you don't know something is wrong until it happens, right?
If we draw new lines in one scenario, then that leaves other lines to be drawn open in other scenarios, i.e., what's going on here in Florida.
So riddle me
this.
Then. Let me ask this question. So you're saying when you first have a relationship, when you sit down with her and you decide that y'all gonna, you know, you're gonna be exclusive, whatever the case may be, are y'all having a conversation about every line that's drawn, or is it gonna come up as you go through the relationship?
Those things come up. You know,
right?
But that's how policies are made. Usually something has to go wrong first for a policy to be made against it, right?
I understand that.
Right. I'm sorry.
I said I understand that, but so, in this scenario, has this not been an example in other people's relationship where they can say, okay,
probably not. If they never encountered a situation like, say, hey, babe, when you go to a concert, don't dance with Usher, or don't dance with another celebrity. If it probably wasn't something that came up.
And right. And I feel like you don't change something again until that matter comes up. Like, you may see other relationships where this chick wore something that was crazy, or this dude wore something that was crazy, and they were like, nah, they had an issue. But I don't think when you're in the beginning of a relationship, or at any point in a relationship, you're going to talk about, don't wear this, don't do this, until that person tries to wear that thing, or until that person tries to do that thing, whether it's in the house before they leave, or because we don't even know if they live together. So she could have worn that outfit, went out, he saw it online, and then said something about it. So you're not going to have those conversations until that comes up. In many cases, I won't say in all cases, but in many cases.
Well, I mean, I don't, you know, personally, I don't think it's up to a man to police what a woman wears. Like, I don't think that, you know, but at the same time, you as the man, from my perspective, you know what you're shopping for. You already know what you're getting. So it's not up to you as a man to come in and be like, hey, yeah, now I want you to do it like this. No.
And I agree. I don't think that his man should police what a woman is wearing, what his woman is wearing. Well, any woman. However, I do feel like discussions should be had. Conversations should be had about it. Whether it's before the incident happens or after, that's when the conversation should be had. But if you can predict everything that's going to happen in a relationship, or everything that might go wrong in a relationship, then you need to be making money off of your talents. Okay.
Most boundaries are made as a reaction. So
most laws are made as a reaction.
Policies, laws, rules, everything.
Right.
Because as a reaction to something else. So
I don't disagree with that.
Okay. Well, since this comment came up, we'll go ahead and switch to what we're talking now, which is erectile dysfunction.
First time it happened, it was the first time he realized.
His shrimp will smile. His little shrimp will smile.
I don't think that's the reason. It's how
I
it's
agree
not.
completely.
That's not the reason. It's how he went. It's how he went into the relationship. You know, he didn't go into a relationship with any good intention. You know, there was no order of anything. He didn't seem like he planned to marry Keke Palmer. He didn't seem to make her his wife or anything to that extent. You know, they got together, they were doing whatever they was doing, they got a baby out of it. And now she's a baby mama. Like there's no
child.
Which further emphasizes our point.
I don't disagree on that. I never disagreed to that point. It's just, you know, pushing it and saying, oh, it's because she's a celebrity. It's because of this. It's because of that. It's like,
or it's because she's a mother.
Because we could do that for everything. We could start playing that game, and that's the game that is being played right now. That's exactly the game that's playing. Because I feel like I'm this inside, so I can do this.
But we also said that even if it was a layman doing the same thing, that the situation wouldn't be different. The answers wouldn't be different, whether it was a celebrity doing it or not. I said that it was a concert. It's not like it was a personal one-to-one situation. There was a concert. He pulled her on stage. He does that all the time. It's not.
He didn't pull her on stage. He went to her.
What? Okay. He went. Okay. Yeah. He went over to her and serenaded her, and then she was like, "Whatever."
So it seems like. It seems like what he does is he's doing the same song. There Goes My Baby. Mm-hmm. Every time, because he has a residency in Vegas, so he walks through the crowd. And he's singing and singing and singing, and then he spots there. I don't know if somebody's telling him, "Hey, Keke Palmer's here, Ashley's here, Danielle's here." Like those celebrity people are here. I don't know if they tell him that, but it looks like he just walked through the crowd and he picked someone out. He didn't know that she had that outfit on. But this comment says the view of my perspective of it. He saw it as his girl and mother of his child doing that. Marriage is irrelevant in this convo because they aren't, but they had other ties. The kid, maybe even live together.
Maybe. We don't know that. We don't know that. I don't know the specifics of their relationship. They could have been broken up at this point because it wasn't even that, oh, you're my girlfriend. He said, no, you're a mother. So it's not like you're in a relationship. He didn't use that to emphasize the point. It's, oh, you're a mother. That's all he used as his emphasis. So it's not like,
he said, it's the outfit for me. You're a mother. It wasn't even Usher.
It had nothing to even do about the fact that she was grinding on him. It's like, oh, you're a mother.
Oh, it's clearly a sensitive response.
Say again?
I said it was clearly a sensitive response. First and foremost, for him to even do it online and in public, it was him being sensitive. I mean, we can't eliminate that fact.
Right. I just feel like he shouldn't have said anything online. Because had he not said anything on Twitter, which he has deleted, had he not said that on Twitter, I personally, like I said earlier, would have never known anything about it. But it is what it is. He got to deal with what's going on now, and he'll be both of them be living their best life. So let's talk about erectile dysfunction. Early onset erectile dysfunction. Guys, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Talk to us. Talk to us. We're here for you. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, fellas.
For all the things to talk about, this is what y'all choose to talk about.
I mean, that was the topic today.
What do you mean?
It was listed as a topic today.
So. I understand. I'm just saying of all the things that could have been discussed, this is what we're going to discuss.
I'm sorry. I didn't have. Are we still talking about Keke? I missed.
No, we're talking about erectile dysfunction now.
Why y'all do that?
First of all, I know who made that comment. It was rude. Right. I know exactly who that was.
Let me say this, Dr. Jackson, thank you for being in front of it, sitting down and not doing like 100 different chores this week.
You know, you had to take care of your household, but I'm going to say thank you too.
I actually laughed out loud.
It's kind of distracting.
Like I just noticed Dr. Jackson was just sitting still this week and not doing 100 different things. So thank you.
It was the day before school.
And all
So
through the house.
Well, you
right,
got
crickets on erectile dysfunction. Okay, so
What was the
according
question?
According to HIMS.com, 40% of men by the age of 40 have some symptoms of erectile dysfunction.
I mean, your body's meant to break down.
I'm also going to add to that I'm going to add to that statistic and saying that a lot of young men have low testosterone as well. Go ahead.
That is another thing, the lack of testosteronase.
I know,
Not
because
eating the
I
right
speak
foods.
for that all the time.
They're not eating the right foods.
Right, you have obesity that causes it, alcohol use, cigarette smoking, medication affects it, neurological diseases, and abnormal curvature of the penis.
And along with that, they're not sexually active. That also affects your testosterone.
Not doing nasty?
Well,
it actually does affect your testosterone.
Well,
So that's all y'all got to say about it.
I mean, what do you want us to say?
Any of y'all friends have erectile dysfunction issues?
We don't talk to our friends about that kind of stuff.
My dad said get some Viagra. Dad's back. Dad's back, everybody.
Let me add to it medications. So a lot of young men, because of the fact that they're having diabetes, hypertension, that can also lead to erectile dysfunction as well.
Thank you, doctor.
She said penis.
Penis. Go ahead. You were saying something?
Yeah, just not eating healthy. The things that lead to hypertension, the medications, antidepressants, especially in the groups SSRIs, SNRIs, like that can lead to delayed ejaculation and lower sex drive, which can also lower that too, cause some forms of erectile dysfunction. Medications.
Okay, since y'all don't have much to say about erectile dysfunction, what would you like to talk about of all the many conversations one can have?
I was gonna say something. I think that SC3 said we don't talk about it. I think that, and maybe I'm not at the age yet. I think that's a hard conversation for men to have, even if they're not dealing with it. But I can only imagine talking to it with another guy would be interesting, and talking to it with your girl would be interesting. I don't know who would talk about that with real talk. Was that a sign that he was agreeing with me?
I think that I wanted to say that I think that it should be talked about with your partner. If that's something that you're experiencing, and I think that as women or your partner, we should be very sensitive to that, because I think that's very serious. And I think that for it to happen, because it's happening earlier in life, I think that we should explore the why. So, like Dr. Jackie and Brandy was saying, your eating habits have to change, your water intake, your exercise, whatever has to. I feel like that's something that if my partner said that, I would want to dig deep with him in a sensitive way. Dig deep, that's funny. I didn't mean it that way, but I would want to figure it out, and try some different things to figure out what is the issue. And I joke around a lot, but I think that that's something that I would definitely I think that was something I would definitely take seriously and be sensitive about.
I like that. Reverse the question. How would it react if your partner had to sit out the game a lot? Like, yeah, how would that?
I think that's what I'm saying. Oh, she already answered. Who is this person?
Oscar.
Okay.
No,
she's saying that you are
answering. But I will say this though, because I won't be me if I don't say this. I do feel like if that was the issue that he's having, I think he should be that he should speak very well, if you know what I'm saying.
He should what now?
He should speak very well.
What are you
Be
saying?
a linguist.
Oh.
Very
Yeah.
Right.
study languages.
I mean, I would agree with what Ashley was saying. That's
Oh,
like
do
something,
you?
well, I'm saying that's something that, all those things are some things you got to talk about. I mean, everything, you just got to talk about things, like, but definitely that, like, if there, if you're struggling with something, or if,
Ooh.
oh my goodness,
I
if
should've
He
yeah,
said,
if there's
my
like,
language.
if there's, for men,
My
and
love
for men that
language.
are paying attention, like, this is stuff that, and we don't talk about it, much, and like when I say we don't, like, men don't sit around here and talk about that stuff, like, as far as what's going on with us, we don't go into all types of details about it, but if you got, it depends on, every man is different. If you got close enough friends, like, these are things that you might talk about.
I know you talk about it, Mr. Gotta communicate. I know you talk about it. You talk about everything, Mr. Communication is key.
Talk about everything.
Gotta communicate. Talk about it. Sit down, have a conversation. But I think he should. If my dude said he had to sit out a game, you know what I'm saying? If he had to sit out, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely want to know, because maybe it's not the visual for you, and like Ashley said, maybe we have to just try something else. Maybe it isn't visual for you. Maybe it is verbal for you.
I have a question. When you say
And
sit
I
out
need to
of the
keep
game,
some different stuff.
when you say sit out of the game, do you mean sit out of the game after a couple innings?
No,
Or
no, it's erectile dysfunction.
Can't get it up. It's erectile dysfunction.
because there's different stages of erectile dysfunction. You have premature ejaculation. You have the ability not to. I think, and knock on a steering wheel, I don't know if I could not get up from the very beginning. I don't know if I could be sane. And I know there are people who deal with that. Thank God that is not my case. And judging by what my dad said when I had y'all on mute, the black sheep, he's 70. We won't have a problem with that forever. But literally, Dr. Jackson, I'm just saying, if you want the dad's working. I think that, while I'm reading, yeah, I think that's tough. I couldn't imagine a female that I'm attracted to in front of me, and without anything happening already, not being able to get up. That has to be a scary thing. And even if he won't talk to his friends and won't talk to his partner, he needs to talk to a doctor.
Well, right. And I disagree with this comment. Because if he's stressed out and I'm causing the stress, then it does have something to do with the partner. Because stress can cause erectile dysfunction. It's not just chemical.
It could be
so, right. It's a lot of it. Right. So, yeah, I think we can talk about that. I think we should definitely talk about that and see what we can do to uplift your spirits.
And I definitely think you should talk about your partner with it, because of course that will start to affect her in some way if she doesn't know what's going on, because she'll start to internalize that and think that maybe it's because you're no longer attracted to her, or that you're giving it to somebody else. So I definitely think that is a conversation you should have with your partner.
For sure.
If you're a man, I've been a man my whole life. If you're a man and you wake up in the morning and you're not hard or something, or you can't get, that seems like an emergency.
Face. I'm sorry.
That's like an emergency to me. That seems like I need to go see somebody. I'm going to the emergency room. Even if I don't talk to a friend, even if I don't talk to a partner, I'm going to the emergency room, because I don't know what. That is a huge problem. That's almost the most important thing in the world to a man. A young man, if you can't get hard, forget talking to your partner to make sure she's comfortable too. She can do, doctor, what can you do? Because that's not normal.
But it's becoming normal. That's the point of the topic, that men are seeing this at an earlier age as time goes on.
Well, it's the food. It's
as early as
It's
their late
right.
20s.
it has more to do with just the lifestyle nowadays. A lot of people don't even go to the gym. We don't work out. We don't,
Not even just that. A lot of them are taking a lot of additives and a lot of other substances that are affecting them too.
My dad just said a lot of black men don't go to the gyms, and I have to agree with that. I'm not a gym rat or anything like that, and I don't have the greatest diet either. But I think it in my I think that if a man, I'm not talking about we had an inning and maybe my bounce back game didn't come right now. I'm talking about we're getting ready for Freddie, and that nothing is happening. That's an emergency right now. I don't see how anyone. That's almost like my hand not working. If I go to open a doorknob and my hand's not working, that's I don't see how anyone, a young man, how you expect, you got to go get that checked out.
fair.
And a lot of black men don't go to the doctors either.
That's another thing.
Oh, I won't disagree with that.
So
But you were going to say something about
I have a
what he
question.
said about the morning grand rising.
What was that now?
Yeah, if men are supposed to
the
wake up
morning
with an
grand rising.
erection. Yeah, men are supposed to wake up with an erection. That would be a problem too.
Yeah, I mean, you got a bunch of liquids stored up from overnight. You know, you got like that's bound to happen.
Yeah, but if there are
I
men
have a question on that.
there are men who don't wake up with an erection, and that's something that they should get checked too.
That's not funny. Whoever put that about his shoes need to not get off now because that's not funny. And secondly, I have a question about that. So, so a man is supposed to wake up with an erection.
Yes.
What if he's had plenty of action the night before? Does he still wake up with an erection? That's a real question.
It depends on how soon after. It depends on how soon after and if he actually went to sleep afterwards.
So to the guys,
deep sleep, you're supposed to wake up with an erection.
Is that a thing for you guys? Does that happen if you've had sex the night before and then you go to sleep? Do you wake up with an erection? Is that a thing?
I wake up with an erection every morning in the middle of the night. If the wind blow too rough,
prefer not all the way.
You prefer not to let people know?
I prefer not to comment.
Boy, who is that? Chef?
Who that is?
Is that Chef?
Yes. That's a great question because I feel like if you've gotten it in the night before and you're gotten it in, why? Because if you go into deep REM sleep, it's supposed to happen regardless. So that's why I said how soon after. Is it within 2 hours of it happening and you did not go to sleep afterwards? Then no. But if you were at some point in deep REM sleep, you're supposed to. So if you don't, is that a major problem? You need to get checked.
I don't disagree. I think, men, black men, all men, and I could probably take my own advice, but I have gone to the doctor a few more times this year than haven't because I have to do physicals. We should definitely be actively going to the doctor. We should be we should be actively going to the doctor. We should be trying to live a better lifestyle. We should be in the gym. Even you don't have to be a gym rat, but go lift some weights. You do a minimum of like 15 to 30 minutes is important. Because even just for what I do, my profession, like it's required. If I get over a certain weight, if I'm not able to do the physical job, then it's just I'm not doing myself any justice. On top of that,
your screensaver's on.
Yes, I know my camera's on, but just listen.
Pause.
Yeah, like I said, it's just all those are things that as men we need to do. We need to take more concern of our health. We need to try to live as active of a lifestyle as we can. And there's multiple ways. You don't have to go to the gym. If you like playing basketball, that's what I used to do. I go to the basketball court. I play a game for 30 minutes. That's you need 30 minutes of physical activity per day to stay in a relatively healthy shape. So that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna go ahead and get out a little early tonight. So y'all have a good one. Peace.
Maybe my priorities are in the wrong place. I don't care if I'm not going to the gym, but if I wake up and my Johnson's not up, I'm going to the hospital. I'm going to a doctor.
Immediately.
It's been that way my entire life. If I were to wake up and I'm walking around and I'm going to the bathroom and I'm not, that's a problem.
See, I take
The
that.
opportunity won't present itself.
I take that as a challenge. I want to get married. I want to get married because I want to see. I want to just see how. I want to do some research, an experiment.
What's wrong with you? You lift your hands.
Lift your hands.
I'm serious. I take that
Real.
as a
It's
personal challenge. That's my mission in life right now.
What is?
To
Never mind.
defy the odds. I want to know
Oh,
how much working needs to be done for that not to happen. Like, is that a thing, or does it just have to happen? To be continued. What?
you talk about
Yeah.
You know, we talk about everything. Nothing's off limits. That comment, I felt the same way. I don't know. That
Me too.
Yeah, I felt the same way, and you know, I guess HIPAA. I just want to say on behalf of Question Time Live, all of these opinions are not the opinions of the host or the platform. HIPAA,
we're not HIPAA violating anybody.
Right.
We
Ain't
need
nobody
anybody
violating
their
HIPAA.
medical information. We're not trying to get anybody's medical records. We don't want none of that. Keep that to yourself, between you and your doctor and your woman, or you, your doctor and your man, however you want to rock. We ain't asking none of that.
I have a
All the
question.
stuff I said was generalized,
Huh?
and all the stuff I said is generalized and can be researched.
I have a question. If it's early onset erectile dysfunction for men, are women losing their ability to self lubricate at an early age as well?
Yes.
But is
Yes.
that a thing? Like, is that happening right now?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some women.
Also because of medications
There
and
you go,
because
Pastor. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
for the same reasons that it happens to men.
Interesting.
Right. Stress. Like, I feel like when women come home from work and they're like, not today, and he's like, come on, she's not gonna be like, when wow. I just tell my age. No, I don't think anyway. I mean, I don't have that problem. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Hallelujah. But for those that do.
But yes, for the same reasons that it happens with men, women are going through the same thing too at a young age. And in general, the libido of women generally, I'm going to say it's about 60-40. It's about 60-40 as far as, you know, women who have a high sex drive in the first place.
I have a question with women. Is it a physical issue, or is it physical and mental, just because of how they change as they get older?
So in the young age, a lot of times it is psychological, because of course the ability to make that work is a lot of times connected with thoughts and stress. So in the young age, it's usually psychological, but in the older age, it's usually biological.
Both and.
Just said, is that a real doctor? I think so far.
So, huh?
My dad just asked if Dr. Jackson was a real doctor.
I'm a real nurse practitioner.
And is.
Which means she do the same job that doctors do. She's Anita. So okay. I'm sorry. So you said that not doing the do is causing issues. So you're saying that
So
people can have sex earlier in life?
so if you know that there's 52% of men that are not having sex right now. I forgot what the statistic is.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
There's 52% of men who are not. There's the ones who, are living in their mom's basements because they're playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who don't have, I hate this term, but basically high sexual market value and are considered non-desirable.
High valued men.
Wow.
Yeah. 48%.
Well, y'all like to use that terminology, so why not we?
What about those who are saved and sanctified?
They're
the main ones doing the nasty.
But yeah.
They don't laugh at everything.
Those are very few and far between. We'll go with that.
Wow.
That's typically not the reason.
Do they still do penile implants?
They do.
Is it like?
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you a story. It's funny.
Ooh.
I was in the ER one day, and patient was 70 something. His wife was 65. Call her 65. And I had to put a Foley catheter because I had to put a Foley catheter in him. And then I was just like, because when you have the penile implant, when you press on the testicle, it automatically hardens because that's where the pump is.
Oh.
So the wife was there while I was putting it in. She's like, I don't even know why this is a little Caucasian lady. I don't even know why it's there. The shit don't even work anyway. I was glad I was wearing a mask because I was dying laughing inside. I was laughing.
It's tough.
It's like my eyes, I close my eyes. Imagine I'm wearing a mask. So all you see is
Ma'am.
They definitely still do them.
Do you have to replace them after a certain amount of time, or are they forever pumps?
I don't know that much about them. I know that they still do them.
Just show her where the button is. Next time, just show her where the button is. She just had the wrong button. It's the other one. It's the other set. Just push the right button.
I know they have to be replaced because we have a joke in my family. One of my aunts had a boyfriend that broke his from overuse before it was time.
Wait a minute. What? How do you wait? What?
That's like
it's a freak.
Yeah, and yeah, my other uncles they would always joke that he broke his pump. He had to go to emergency.
So you can break. How do you break up?
It's an implant.
My daddy told me if you ride a bicycle every day, it'll break.
He said what?
If you ride a bicycle every day, it'll break. My dad's leaving, folks. I'm sad.
Oh, we're gonna miss you, Daddy.
Car ride. Great road trip, Dad. So describe the pump for me. And at what age is it? Are you ever too young to get your pump?
No, you're not too young. You're never too young. Whenever your Johnson's not working, you can get one then.
So they put a shaft in your penile shaft and a pump in your nut set.
Mm-hmm.
So they replace the ball with another ball?
No, they just basically put the pump in one of the testicles, so you can activate
there's already something in there.
When you have, I don't know. I think he had usually the ones who get the penile those implants is because they had cancer. The particular patient I'm talking about, he had cancer. He had prostate cancer. And when you get the prostate removed, you can't have an erection anymore. A lot of times. 99% of the time. But there's always that 1% who's just, Get her done.
Get her done. Digger, what you gotta say? Since you chilling with you, since you just on here just to be seen, sir, you better unmute yourself and talk.
I'm just listening. That's all.
And then
I
why you
have
got on lingerie? Where my homeboy got lingerie on?
I ain't got no lingerie on. I don't have no lingerie on. I just got home from a meeting, so I have no comment.
Do any of your friends talk to you about their but y'all talk to each other about your ladies. Would y'all talk to y'all friends about dry vag?
But we're more open people, so we'll talk about it. I'll talk about everything with my friends. But then again, all my friends are nurses, and like a lot of my friends are nurses and nursing professionals, so we don't have a problem talking about that stuff.
Yeah. You cringed a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, I think that would be a tough conversation. I mean, because what would you say?
Girl,
Like,
my coochie dry. I don't know.
No, like usually it would
right.
come out like a conversation, like saying, "Hey, do you ever realize that that this is happening? That you can't, like, what do you do for this when you have that issue when you're not lubing up enough?"
That sounds like nursing conversation.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would have that conversation. I pray God I don't never have to have a conversation. I would definitely have it with the guy
Your
I'm
sister?
with.
Would you have it with your sister?
I would have it with my sister. But
Okay,
I wouldn't have it with just a friend and we're just random talking about that.
No, I wouldn't have those conversations with just any friend. Like these would be close friends to me. So
Yeah, no, I would. I think I would.
Your sister is your close friend.
Right, but I think I would have that conversation with my doctor first. I don't think that would be something you just say, girl, let me tell you about this. Like, I don't think that's, I don't know if I would talk to my sister about that. I don't think that's newsworthy.
What about you, Brandy? Would you have that conversation with your sister?
I'll probably have it with that sister.
But is it because you're embarrassed?
Is it because I'm embarrassed?
Yeah.
No,
I'm closer to her.
And you guys can always talk to me.
Girl, I ain't telling you I got my kitty. I ain't gonna tell you my kitty is poof.
I mean, I would be able to tell you how to fix it.
Just tell me how to fix it now, just in case it ever happened.
No, I think
I'm joking. Don't tell me that.
No,
but I don't think I would. I don't think I would openly even. I have a friend. I have a friend. She's my doctor actually. I don't even think I would call her and be like, "Hey, what happened was." I think that would have to be in the doctor's office where I know there's doctor-patient confidentiality. Because on this phone call, you better lay low. So yeah, okay, Chuck. So the fellas y'all are absolutely against talking to each other about penile issues.
I think no. I think not completely against talking about penile issues. I think ED or they're different. Like I said, different types of erectile dysfunction. I think a guy is comfortable with saying, "Man, I haven't been lasting as long." I think a guy may be okay with that versus saying, "I can't get up," because a lot of men, our worth and value is either in what we do for a living or how we perform in bed. And even if that's not true, that's how they feel. Right. And so I think that for a lot of men to say to another man, I can't get up, you could say, "Man, she killed me after one round." You can say, "Man, I can't, I shot the club up real quick." But you're not going to be able to say, "I can't get up." That's just not a conversation that they have. Just like a woman wouldn't say to another woman, "Yeah, I needed a spit start to get started." It just doesn't happen.
I would prefer those. Can we say that?
Shut it.
That's a preference for sure.
There are a lot of men that, I ain't gonna say.
I didn't need to hear that.
I ain't gonna say what I was going. I ain't gonna say what I was going to say because I'm building right now. Y'all won't have me defrocked. Good evening.
Thank you for saying that.
I'm only here for entertainment value, guys. These are not my real thoughts. I do not agree with this person.
Right. So she's not into spit starts.
No, she is into spit starts. She is into spit starts.
Depends on who's watching. Go to bed, Mom. Just kidding.
Or go to bed.
I would be mortified. Oh my gosh, I'll be so mortified.
My dad
this
just got
last question time.
My dad just got a Facebook tonight so he can watch the rest of this broadcast. Actually,
I know you lying.
No, he did actually. I gotta watch that. That's on YouTube. I said, Dad, you're 70. Go to bed.
Yes, it is. It is on YouTube, Dad. Watch
he
it.
He can't get it on that flip phone.
And share it with Brandy's parents.
And rebuked. Don't do that now. Calm down. Calm down. Pause. Relax. I delete that section when I will be sure to delete that section. Bless the Lord. Girl, you I don't know. I think my dad would be. I don't know. My mom. I don't know. Mommy would probably be like.
Not what Ashley just said.
I am super open with my parents. Believe it or not,
she's a lot more open than.
And I say things that make Brandy cringe quite often.
Yes, she does. I be so uncomfortable. I be so uncomfortable, man.
But I think maybe because I'm the youngest, I don't know. Everybody always thinks it's chill. Yeah,
just warn me so I can walk away. Say what you want, but just Brandy, I'm about to. Okay, bye.
Just be on alert at all times.
I could never dare to say some of the stuff. Anywho, so
I feel like I have 4 children, so it's like to be expected. Like obviously, I'm doing something. Just
anyway, what am I gonna say?
But I do feel like for women, though, it is easier to cover up that issue, especially when there is
lube,
foreplay involved. Like it is easier to
You mean talking your language?
Talk to me, Daddy.
I can't.
Put your lips on my lips. Hey.
Okay, so
I'm done. Y'all made me feel real bad about myself. I just
no,
want to
no, we do not. We do not. You want to shimmy right now. You want to shimmy right now. You did.
I do. You know me so well.
How do women not coax or coerce, but encourage their man to speak to them about these issues if they're having them?
See, I thought you were gonna go somewhere else with that because I was gonna say mic 1, mic 2, mic check. I thought you was gonna say something else.
What do you think I was gonna say?
How does they coax their man to get hard? Basically.
Oh, well, that would be part.
Mic check 1.
Ash.
Fellas, now's your time.
My thing is this: if you have the right relationship and that's your friend and the relationship, I think it should be easy for you to explain to him and talk to him about those things.
Or her. Mm-hmm.
Or her.
Right.
Know, it should not be something that you should hide. Well, I'm not gonna say that. But anyway, I think it should be easy for you to share.
Right, but I'm talking about
if that's really your mate and that's really who you want to be with, and that's who you're dating, and if love is in the picture, why not? Why not share it?
Right.
One thing I can say is that many men, especially even the ones I talk to, they have a very hard time talking to their spouses and significant others about it. They'd rather hide the issue and just avoid having sex.
Right. So how do we talk to them and get them to, how do we encourage them?
I think that
to be open and to share.
I think that starts prior to that being an issue. I think you should have been a safe space in other issues,
Oh, that's
and you
good.
should be able to hear what that person is saying and receive it, not overly internalize it, not make it about you. But that starts on a smaller level when they're bringing home worries about work or something that happened or thoughts and feelings or other health issues. I think that that's going to determine if they're willing to talk to you about something that's super sensitive and important to them.
And now I need to ask my mommy and daddy if Ashley's a boy because I said fellas.
But
Oh,
I was
sorry.
gonna say
That's the right answer.
she literally said everything I was getting ready to say.
No, she didn't.
But I was gonna say that, but to add to that, I was gonna say that it has to happen before. And if you've used a vulnerable moment to get points on him before an argument, you like big you like big boys until he's made you mad. Now it's with your fat self. The likelihood of him opening up to you about anything, right? Anything, especially this, because he knows that there's something in you that if you get upset, if you get angry, if you get disappointed, you can cut it, and so he's gonna shut down. You'll probably never get that from him.
So yeah, it definitely depends on the dynamics of your relationship, how safe he feels talking to you, your communication style with each other. Like those kind of things determine how open he is going to be and how willing he is going to be to come talk to you.
And I think oh, sorry, Jackie.
If you guys have a pretty toxic relationship where you guys weaponize vulnerabilities, he will never come to you.
Right.
And I think on the flip side for a woman, for me, because I've had relationships and I've heard him talk about women that were before, oh, she didn't do this or she didn't know how to use her equipment, stuff like that. And it's like, if I feel like I could be the next topic of conversation, I'm not telling you anything. And I feel like if you constantly telling your family stuff or your mom or things like that, if I feel like this is something, so I feel like I that would be my judge if I'm gonna tell him about it. Or if it's like I think it's hard out there said before, if he's a person that brings it back. Well, remember this and you did, it's like I can't tell you anything. And I do feel like if I'm at that point with the person, we don't need to be together. Period. Because I want a safe space. And so I would try to be a safe space.
Well, there's always mama boys still out there.
Well, go be with your mama then.
But they run to their mama and tell their mama everything that's going on in their household. And that's just, it's some still out there.
I will say this.
But that's what she's talking about, though.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, though, share with mom, not to share or to, and it's not my situation because my mom is deceased, but from what
advice?
A lot of because they don't understand the creature before them. They are trying to. The problem, though, is a lot of women, instead of being 100 with their sons, they become so pro-son that they coach them on how to be bad to their partner instead of not thinking like a mom and thinking like a fellow woman. The man going to his mom because he doesn't understand the creature before him because he's not a woman. I don't think that should be villainized. But I think it's a great responsibility for mothers of these boys to be 100 with them and to think and to give them something that helps their relationship, regardless of how the mother feels about the partner that they're with.
Well, that's because mothers don't want to be replaced.
No, I think it should be villainized. I think that you shouldn't tell your mother my business. I don't care if you're seeking to get advice. No, you shouldn't tell your mother my personal business. And I feel that way, even if we're not in a relationship after the fact. Don't go back and start telling your mom my business. I think that's weird. And I don't feel like I would do that to somebody. And why are you asking your mom for advice about my vagina? I think that's weird. Ask me. Talk to a doctor if you really care. But don't go ask your mom and tell her my business.
Right.
If you're asking her, well, Mom, what should I get her for Mother's Day? Oh, okay, you ask her that. But don't tell her, hey, Ash doing this and Ash dealing with this and Ash, no, sir.
Right.
No,
Our business, all business, not show business.
That part.
right. I agree. You should not say to Mom, yeah, Mom, so what should I do about little spit to start over there?
Dr. Jackson said, but I have been in that relationship where I would tell him, I would tell him something like I was insecure about my midsection, and he would throw it back in my face. I'm like, I'm not telling you anything else, because telling you something, you're going to use it to hurt me later. So I get that. But I think, and I also think that we need to make sure we have good communication. Even if the other person doesn't like what that person has to say, keeping in mind that you want to be with that person. So watch how you say it. And plus, how you say it might not get him up that day. So choose your word.
I think that also, even with jokes, sometimes people, men and women, they say things in a joking way, but it has some truth to it. I think guys, it's hard for them to get over that. I think that that could cause them to shut down. And I want to hit something that yeah, or her name has changed.
Started when you speak.
Take your time. Take your time. Study when you speak. Ain't no rush.
Right. So I
hate so bad.
Right. I want to hit on something she said earlier. She said that
Why?
Speaking into the mic. I think, and right, I think this is, and I don't know, this may be me. I understand a woman having to do that after you've had a round or two. But if you have to do that from the beginning, if he's not into you, if you have to speak into the mic or grab him, massage him to get him up to start, either he's not into you, or like Dr. Jackson said, that Negro or Caucasian male has ED. That's an issue. If you say, hey, you want to fool around and I'm not up at salute, there is something wrong. You should not have to give me oral sex for me to be erect enough to have sex with you. From the very beginning, no. Now, after I've climaxed and you're not finished or I'm not finished, and this, okay, I can see that. But from the very beginning, there's a problem there.
Okay, with that said, question to the guys, because you're saying if she's in the beginning, is something's wrong. So does that mean that it's not a priority to you? Like it's like
what's not a priority?
Yeah. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2 is a priority, but that should not be used to get me erect. It should be done just because I'm erect and I want it in your mouth. Open your mouth is the point.
Oh, shh, be quiet. Digger. I love that name too, by the way.
I gave him that name. You're welcome.
It's not a priority to me.
Ooh.
Not to brag. I always say that. I don't have that problem. I don't need all.
No, that's not what I asked. Not do you need it, but do you want it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say we can't be homeboy.
Do I?
Yeah. He said yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He about to turn himself into a bad situation. Did you eat all this? I came over here.
I want it. So that's how I see it.
You say what, Digger? I didn't hear you.
Want it? I want it.
Right.
You want it? I want it. That's what he said.
Right. Women don't. Anyway, let me hush.
Women don't go. Nah.
Finish. Proceed, please.
Finish.
Women. There's certain women. Women don't. I think women don't get that, and I think I've said this on this platform before, so I'll say it again without trying to embarrass anybody. That was the beginning of a divorce for me. And going into the marriage, I knew that there were going to be struggles with it, but I got an agreement before the marriage because I'm clear on communication. And after the marriage, it was something that this, that, another. And I know there are different traumas and different things that people have. I didn't have that situation. I'm not saying that. If you have a trauma, and I don't want to use any trigger words, but I've known people who could not experience certain types of sex or certain sex positions because of childhood trauma. But if that's not your story, if it's just a matter of your preference, you have to be really clear, because the whole, if you don't do it, somebody else will. I mean, that can be used to scare somebody. But even if no one else will, you will get left. Oral sex is just as important as vaginal sex. 100% to me. 100% to me. So if someone has a conversation and they expect it and you don't give that, if it's not priority, or you're gonna be in a world of trouble, because if it's a priority for you and I know that, I'm gonna get down there every single time.
I have to agree with you on that. And I say this because when I was married, me, I didn't think it was necessary. My mindset was, God bless me with this. I don't need to do all that right there. And that's how I end up in divorce, because I refused to do that. And a pastor told me, he said, well, buddy, if you don't do it, Jody will. And that's just what happened. Jody did it. Jody did it. I found out, and then we ended up in divorce. But it's not like that now. I realize that is pretty, like he said, it's a priority. You know?
Did you not do it because you don't like doing it, or?
No, it's not that I didn't like doing it. Just that my dad taught us, communicated with us. My dad really communicated with us. He told us, straight up, this is what this is for. This is what you do with this. This how you do this. This what you do. You talk to your woman. If you ain't doing it the way she like it, tell her to help you. Do it this way. Do it this way. That's how he talked to us. So, but that part was never mentioned to us. And from father to son, we never learned. When I came into the knowledge of that, I was 32.
Wow.
I was 32 when I came into the knowledge of oral.
Wait. Of receiving or giving?
Giving.
But I want to say this. How old are you not right now, Shedrick?
I'm 51.
You look great.
There's so many men that I know in his age, because I hang around a lot of older men, and I've had that conversation with a lot of them. They come from a time where they do not believe, like that was something that the freakiest of men did. The man who was sleeping with everybody's wife, he was doing that. But a lot of normal black men, 50 and older, they do not. And I tell all of my older friends, if you're not performing oral sex on your woman, you've got a good chance, especially if you're dating a younger woman, you've got a good chance you're going to be cheated on. Because I remember myself as a 36-year-old. I remember when it wasn't popular for girls to admit that they gave oral sex. It was the ill for a girl to do it. Now
when you
it's a
were
bad
36. When you were 36
last week.
I said no. I said I'm 36 now, but I'm saying people in my age demographic.
I thought you said when I was 36 too.
Yeah, that's what you said. Okay.
Well, I meant being 36.
My dad always told us that was for the white folks. Black people don't do stuff like that. Now that's what he told us when we was coming up. That's what them white folks do. That's what them old nasty white, Caucasian folks do. But y'all do stuff like that. But like I said, as I got older, like I said, 32 was my first time ever going downtown, and I haven't stopped.
Okay, don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. You. I really want to say you look great. I would never have guessed 52.
51.
51.
51. I would never have guessed 50. I would never have guessed 40.
Yes, I'm 51.
Wow.
51 strong.
You sound strong, brother.
I don't know what. we're talking about here, but that's cool. All right. Well, since I know my sister's not going to talk to me about anything, I'm going to cry myself to sleep.
No, I don't know if I would volunteer that though. I think that's I just pray I never have that issue. But
what else are you not sharing with me? I don't want to talk about it.
What? Why you cry yourself to sleep?
Because my sister doesn't talk to me.
Huh?
I'm joking. I said because my sister doesn't talk to me, but I'm joking.
Oh.
I'm gonna sleep fine tonight. I'm sleep just fine. All right. Does anybody want to say anything else about the erectile dysfunctionation of the male gender?
I want to encourage all my brothers. If you have an issue that is biological and you're not waking up hard, you need to go see somebody in the morning. You need in the morning, brother. You need to get there. I think if it's premature ejaculation or if it's can't perform again, sometimes those can be just in the mood issues. Like I know from prior examples, if you're not really in the mood or you're not really into the girl, once you get the heat off, you may not be motivated for a second round. So it is what it is. But if you can't get through the first round, and that's an issue. Brothers, go see somebody. If you can't talk to your friend or if you can't talk to your lady, go talk to your doctor.
Wait a minute. Now you say if you can't get motivated in the first round.
If you can't get motivated after the first, if you can't get motivated in the first round, meaning that you can't get up, you can't concentrate enough to get hard, you need help immediately.
Oh yeah. I agree. I totally agree.
You're gonna say something?
No, I agree with what he said.
Stutter when you speak. You said something. You're gonna say something.
No. What?
Huh? I said, you talking to me or him?
No, I'm talking to her.
Oh.
No, I haven't. I don't have anything to say about that. I do have something to say, but not about that.
Okay. Do you got something to say?
Oh no, I don't.
Okay. What did you want to say?
No, I wanted to make a comment about last week. The question was asked. I know I've got to go backwards, but I've been thinking about this because it was asked, "What would I want from a guy?" To make me feel good about our relationship. If I have a lot of things already, if I have it together, and I said, take my trash out, pump my gas, stuff like that. But I was thinking about it. I would want what any woman would want. Like I would want the whole. If I'm going out of town, here's a couple $100, even if I have money. If check on the house. Okay, I got this covered. Like I want you to just do the basics. I think that even
provision
if you feel like she has,
provision and protection
and providing.
Right.
Don't leave that out. Don't leave that out.
I said provision. I said provision and protection.
You gotta be specific. Provide me with funds.
But I think that even if she has it together, she got a good job, she making whatever she making, still, get my nails and hair done. Even if I can afford it, I'm going out of town. Oh, here's some money for manicure pedicure. Like I want all the basics too.
That's it. That's something above the basics. So give me all of that. I want all that.
Yeah.
Agreed. Fellas, okay, they agree too. Silence is acceptance. I've learned that silence is acceptance. All right. Well,
Jigga, you look good. I cannot believe you in your 50s. But go ahead.
He gonna sleep real good tonight, girl.
No, I get that.
His morning gonna be real strong.
I get that a lot. So it doesn't like it blows my head up, but I get that.
Oh, Cedric, cut the crap. Cut the crap.
I am telling you the truth. I get it a lot, but everybody tell me that you look good for your age, man. You look good for your age. So but thank you very much. All y'all ladies look beautiful. You look beautiful yourself. Now, how old are you, Brittany?
Grown. Ain't nobody at grown. I'm grown. You in the grown. I ain't even say nothing about how you look good for 51. Focus on everybody else. Focus on everybody else, sir.
You don't think so?
Brandon said you trying to reap where she has not sold.
Right. You ain't got to sow into me. I ain't said sow into Ashley. You ain't got to give me nothing. I look good. I'm good.
Oh, hey.
I look good.
Hey.
Woo!
Teach me how to dug it in. Okay.
But
No,
no,
I can't do all that
it's
now.
like I told you before, this is awesome. Continue to do what you do.
Hallelujah.
This is very well needed, because you'll be surprised of people that look at this and they sit back, or they shy and they scared and don't want to say anything. But you talk about some good topics. You really do. You educate me on some things. I even had to step back and talk about foreplay, and that's something I don't be having time for. But I had to step back and question some things about foreplay, and
Look at all the girls.
it helped me out a lot. It
Good.
helped me a lot. I learned something over the last couple weeks.
Foreplay
I'm
starts at
gonna say
breakfast.
there's no learning like on the job training. Okay.
I know you're right.
Foreplay starts at breakfast.
That part.
You're right. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
Next week's conversation, and fellas, I hope you're available. It's just questions. We're just asking questions. There's no topic, but it's a true question time. So these questions will be directed at the men. So, ladies, if you have questions that you want to ask the fellas, whatever the case may be, hopefully, fellas, y'all are like super honest, super informative, and direct.
I'll get my list together.
Let's have one now.
No.
No, we're not having one now because I don't have my questions together. I need to like D. I need to make a
I have
list.
a couple lined up.
So be prepared. Chev, Chubb, Chev, the realist, ST3. ST3, I know you have a lot to say. So you guys come on in here. Come on in here and let's talk about it. So that's what it is this week. Oscar. It's gonna be question time to the fellas. Okay.
All right.
And I guess, do you want us to be on audio so all of them can be seen?
That would be. I mean, well, I can if more people want to come in, then I'll no, because it wouldn't matter. But it's up to you. Well, I'll see. That's a great question. Let me think about it.
Okay.
That would be nice though. I like
Brandon,
that.
are you available for a phone call right after this podcast?
I am. You talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
I'm in trouble.
No.
All right, y'all. Thank you again, as always, for joining. D, thank you for all of the medical information. You really stepped up, girl. You really showed out. Okay, don't do that again.
I have a question. I have a question, and I'm not trying to harp on this, but I want to know, to Digger, how old do you feel? Because I was talking to my dad about this the other day, and he was saying that he doesn't feel his age, and I said I don't either. So I was just wanted to know.
To be honest,
no lie.
I don't feel my age, but there's times that I do ache. But I guess my ache come from because I work outside a lot. I have my own landscaping business, so I would say this. I feel like sometimes I feel like 31. I feel 51. I feel 31.
Okay.
I just now getting up in the morning. That's a different story. But once I'm up, my day go on just like everything, just like normal.
You stiff in more places than one. Got you.
Hey.
So I was talking to somebody the other day. We were talking about knees, age, and dog years. The rest of your body is just fine, but your knees, they age in dog years, man. Like, I don't get it. Look at them. My knee just popped. Anyway.
Girl, I went out the other week, and I realized that these knees ain't.
You can't drop it. It don't come back
like
up.
They used to.
As soon as you said about knees, mine start aching and throbbing.
Mine did too.
I don't know
These
what
knees
it
ain't
was,
here no
but when you said that, I'm driving and I said to myself, I've been in this car for 5-6 hours. My knees started hurting as soon as you said it.
Then
I went to South Carolina yesterday for a funeral, but I just got back.
Carolina. That's where I was 2 weekends ago. What
Oh,
part?
I was in Charleston and Walterboro.
Y'all call each other.
Hello.
Gerard
We
don't
have that
Gerard
reunion
call,
later.
Gerard don't call me, so he won't call me back.
I got
call
you.
him, he
I
don't
was
call back.
in Carolina. Man, you one of my best friends. Get off these people broadcasting.
All right. So thank you all for joining today. I'm talking Kiki Palmer and erectile dysfunction. Hopefully, Kiki's behavior did not cause her ex-boyfriend to have erectile dysfunction due to the stress and embarrassment that he has suffered over the course of a month.
That's almighty.
The connection is just too much.
I mean, they did all that. They made that video in a month. So, all right. And I'm wondering who wrote it. So you guys have a great night.
Night.
See you next week.
Next week.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. We start at 9 o'clock. I know y'all don't know this, but we start at 9 o'clock. Okay. Thank you all.
Good night.
Night. Thank you for joining us. Great conversation. Great topics. Just great co-host. Great people. Next week, remember, ladies, have your questions ready. We're asking the men, and I'm going to trust and believe and have faith that they will answer these questions honestly and bluntly and directly and intellectually. I am still on, sir. All right, y'all. Apparently I have to make this call. All right.